The Revelation, chapter 1. The revelation of which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bare record of the word of God, and of the testimony of God, and of all things he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. John to the 7 churches which are in Asia, grace be unto you, and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne, and from who is the faithful witness, and the first begotten of the dead, and the prince of the kings of the earth, unto him that loved us and washed us.
Fuck. Dog. Judge who you want, bitch. Dog. Fuck them babies. Fuck them, bitch. Fuck that nigga. I'm not having no kids by that nigga. Put it in my pussy so bad.
You can see it from the back. Everybody know that. Jump.
Now they pussy really on the finger. Money on his book.
You know, in your song, right? You said you want to fuck Dr. Umar, right?
Yeah.
So how would you shoot your shot with Dr. Umar?
But I love a Pan-African king. You know,
King Kong.
King Kong consciousness. I'm very pro-black, so I care about my people. And I feel like if I was to pick somebody to fuck on, it would be Dr. Umar. And that's what I said in Grinch. Fuck Dr. Umar, leave him woke right now. I want to fuck Dr. Umar, leave him woke right now. Because I do got that woke pussy.
We must handle the business before the back shots.
If I was to meet Dr. Umar, he would shoot his shot with me because he going to see me black chocolate conscious queen that need a little guidance and daddy issues, and I feel like he know exactly what to do with me.
She fine too. Lord have mercy. Might have triplets.
All praise to Yahweh.
All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the 4 winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, and what I want to do is a response, to a video done, by the elder brother Manata Zakbak out of GMS South Carolina, his channel is GMS South Carolina 08. Please subscribe, be edified. But just going into what, the brother, Manata Zakba was saying, dealing, with this situation with, I guess she's a rapper, I'd be out the loop, with a lot of these people, and black culture, but I'm guessing she's a rapper or whatever, or the new term that they call the new nigga woman rapper, a thought and a rapper, a thrapper. There's a Hob, came up, he said that term the other day. But I want to expound, on what the brother was saying, dealing with mercy, okay? Because at the end of the day, the Lord is going to have mercy on whom he's going to have mercy, all right? And then I want to touch on another perspective as well, okay? But I want to deal with this account. Matter of fact, before I get that account, let's get that in Romans, because at the end of the day, the Lord, all right, has everyone in their lot, and it's going to be people that's going to be delivered, that's going to come, from all walks of life, and it's going to be people delivered at the last minute, it's going to be saved, it's going to be converted, and delivered at the last minute. It's all the Lord's will. And at the end of the day, as the elder brother was saying, we're all fighting and scratching, okay, for salvation. Now, this is Romans 9:15 says, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion, So it's the Lord's choice to whom he chooses to have mercy on. We can't be offended at these things, and we can't, be high-minded, or be on the high horse, with, certain people. Now we know a lot of celebrities are full of shit. They just come around, pretty much to, because being the Israelite is trending, and that's why the persecution gonna separate the real from the fake. Who's really, down. The persecution gonna test us and see if we're really about, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, if we're sincere. You see, and I say we know, a lot of these celebrities be full of BS. We're not excited, when the celebrity mentioned Israel. Okay, so as we go into these things, we speak, from a general perspective. This beyond her. But on the next perspective, we're gonna, deal with some things she's saying and, some behavior. Now, let's get this account in the book of is that Luke? Let me see. I just had it. All right, this the book of book of Luke chapter 10 verse 38. It says, now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. Okay, and she had a sister called Mary. All right, and then him is speaking of Yahweh Shai. All right, and Martha and Mary are the sisters of Lazarus. Okay, and she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Yahweh Shai's feet and heard his word. But Martha, okay, when she let you know that Mary and Martha, they was believers, but Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister have left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. Okay, so let's read in the NLT. Luke 10:4, it said, but Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing. She came to Yahushua and said, Lord, doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister just sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come help me. Now, because you can look at it and be like, damn, these women of the world, they got a chance of being delivered, and then you can look like, I can see like a sister be like, damn, well, I'm doing all this, fighting to be in order, and they pretty much just get to do their thing, and still be delivered. You'll look at it, as if it's unfair. But see, you have to understand, everybody is within their lot, and all we should be focused on, because even, as brothers, you'll look at it and be like, damn, Lord, got us sacrificing and doing all this, man, and there's just some Jake that's just gonna be converted at the end and be delivered, but you gotta understand, everybody's in their lot, because everyone's gonna have different lots in the kingdom. Okay, so at the end of the day, the Lord has this thing all balanced out how he wants it to be, and we just have to worry about our lot. If the Lord got the spirit on us to be active in the ministry now, hey, we gotta be tapped into that. However he gonna do his other affairs and deliver and have mercy on whom he gonna have mercy, that's on the Lord to do that how he's gonna do it. So Yahweh Shai told her, verse 41 says, Yahweh Shai answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things. Behold, one thing is needful, and Mary have chosen that good part which shall not be taken away from her. Okay, so Mary had her lot, okay, within the faith, it wasn't to be as active as Martha, but she had her lot, and everyone is going to have their lot. And, as we get closer to the end, there's going to be people that's going to be converted. There's going to be some of our people that's going to be converted at the last minute, to get deliverance, man. Okay, so the Lord can do what he wants with his mercy, just like that penny. Those workers that came in the vineyard at the 11th hour, okay? They received their penny, which is what? The deliverance and the kingdom, okay? To be part, of the elect that's delivered out of here, man, and receive their dominion, even though they didn't put in the much, the work, they didn't have to deal with the toiling and, the different phases, the apostles, they was here before it was Google. They were teaching before Google, before internet. Okay, and we came in with, it was pretty much everything was convenient for us when we came in, man. But there was those men's lots. Okay, everyone has their own lot, and all we can do is be concerned with what the Lord put on our spirit to do within His ministry, and just continue as brothers, continue to push, sound doctrine, man, and let the Lord mercy, cover who is going to cover. Now, I want to touch on it from this aspect as well, okay, because she said something. All right, I want to go back here. All right, so now let's address, her particularly, and you might have, other women that are watching, that come from these loose lifestyles, and when you come into this, man, there needs to be a change of behavior, okay, a change of mindset, and everyone wakes up in their time, okay, but if you're watching videos, there should be a transitioning from the old to the new, okay? So I want to play this.
Fuck, dog. Judge who you want, bitch. Dog. Fuck them babies,
Fuck them
bitch. Fuck that nigga. I'm not having no kids by that nigga. Put it in my pussy so
No,
fat.
you can see it from the background. Everybody know that. Yup, yup,
On his book,
You know, in your song, right? You said you want to fuck Dr. Umar, right?
Yeah.
So how would you shoot your shot with Dr. Umar?
But I love a Pan-African king.
King Kong.
King Kong consciousness. I'm very pro-black, so I care about my people. And I feel like if I was to pick somebody to fuck on, it would be Dr. Umar. And that's what I said in Grinch. Fuck Dr. Umar, leave him woke right now. I want to fuck Dr. Umar, leave him woke right now, because I do got that woke pussy.
We must handle the business.
Now, and she's making these statements, not even going back to, the abortion and things that she did, but, even in those statements when she's talking about Dr. Umar, all right, he's a clown, it's an upgrade from, degenerate niggas, all right, but, she said when he see me, he gonna see a chocolate, queen, so pretty much she's still pushing herself as just a sex object, and that's not the mindset that is going to be conducive, because at the end of the day, the Lord, as this thing get close to the end, the Lord is going to, pretty much, the women that's going to be delivered, the Lord going to be putting with brothers, man, and see these women really got to start changing the mindset. This word, as the brothers have to learn, the go into the breakdowns, and brothers have to learn, the scriptures eating the whole role. Well, women have to be taught to be women, because this society has removed women so far from their purpose to where the women just looks at her value from her sexuality. Okay, so you she still sees herself as a sex object. So I'm gonna let her play some more.
This before the back shots.
If I was to meet Dr. Umar, he would shoot his shot with me, because he gonna see me black chocolate conscious queen that need a little guidance and daddy issues, and I feel like he know exactly what to do with me.
She fine too. Lord have mercy. Might have triplets.
All praise.
Now, I wanna touch on this, what she said. I guess it's an Instagram, whatever. Now you see how she, still present herself, just in this seductive way, and if she's listening, she should be learning. Okay, like these lessons go out for instructions, so I want to address on this, because she said, I think I want to be a wife next year, tag a Hebrew Israelite. So I just want to touch on it from this perspective, not being over righteous or just, overbearing, but I'm going to put this perspective out there for, different women that might be listening from different walks of life. You can't just turn the switch on and be a wife. She said, I think I want to be a wife next year. You don't just turn on a wife switch. Okay? That's something that you have to be conditioned and groomed up to be. Okay? It don't just happen like that. And you saying next year, like you don't know what's going to happen this year. You see? You ain't going to see. And then another thing with Eve thinks that they going to get the best of both worlds, man. They going to do what they want to do, with their time, and then in the last few seconds, think that they just gonna be able to turn the wife switch on and be under the covering of a brother, man. Hey, the Lord gonna do how he do it, and it's gonna be some of them the Lord gonna deliver with a buzzer beater, but there's a lot of them, man, it's gonna be too far, too late, man. So this like, let's go to the precepts, okay? But you can't just turn on the switch and be a wife, man. That's something you gotta be conditioned and groomed into being. Okay, now this is a Sirach 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. So as she put in the tag Hebrew Israelites, that means she knows, all right, about this truth, man. She's been watching, okay? But you not gonna just jump, like, brothers don't value, the things that they used to value. See, the Lord is working on his men not to look at a woman as just, a sexual object. Okay? So that picture, the titties out, the thighs out, like, they work in the world. You see? If that's what you want to be, you gotta start becoming that. So if you're watching videos, you really have to start taking heed and start becoming, what you want to be. You gotta become a wife. Brothers are becoming judges and leaders and kings. Okay? We're becoming these things, man. So you can't just watch and wild out and think that because you look a certain way that you got an automatic bid into this thing, man. And this is beyond her. This is just for, women that might be watching this new to the content. That whole thing of just, you think that your looks is just going to get you everything you want, which this society teaches that. Nah, man. You gotta be some real changes, man. Repentance is an action, man. And like I say, it's beyond, her just speaking in general. It says, make no tarrying to turn from the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. We don't know when the Lord is going to ramp this thing up to the next level, man, and cause it to be just chaotic and, all this, hell to just break loose, man. So saying next year, like, nah, that's not the mindset to be in, man. If you're listening, it start, and, we don't beat you in the head with the law. Like, we don't expect you to just change all your wardrobes and dresses overnight. We don't expect you to, start speaking Hebrew next week. Like, nah, but it got to start, some changes got to start occurring, as you're being fully persuaded by this word, man. Because like I say, you don't want to jump out there and throw yourself out there, because now the nigga woman vibes and shit, brothers hate that shit, man. So I just want to put that perspective out there, like, the Lord gonna have mercy, and he gonna do what he want, man. And the Lord gonna have a lot of our people come in at the last minute, be converted and be delivered, and that was their lot, man. And we can't be offended or feel no type of way about it, man. Whoever the Lord delivers, man, hey, all praise Yahweh Shema Shah, man. It's because we all gonna be changed, man. And this way of thinking, this way of being is not gonna exist anymore, man. Okay? But while this grace period is still open, and you're watching, if you're watching, hey, start having the mindset of becoming, okay, these things, man. Because you're not just going to hit the switch, and become, just like brothers can't just hit the switch, okay, and become kings. And the Lord is conditioning us for this now. Okay, so as a woman, you're not just going to hit the switch and become a wife. Like, nah, there's a skill set required for that. It's a skill set required to be a judge and a governor, man, over people, man. And we're going through that conditioning phase through the grace period, man. So while we have our liberty, like, it will behoove, it behoove all us to continue to be conditioned in righteousness, man, to be conformed in righteousness, to be groomed into these things that we want to be, man. So that was the point, just wanted to land back on that and just throw that perspective in there as well. At the end of the day, we all need mercy, and like I said, we can't be high-minded or think, someone's beyond, you know, mercy. The Lord gonna, you know, he gonna have mercy, because before we came into the truth, we did some hell of a things, man, some things unspeakable. Okay, so, you know, hey, we all have did horrendous things, you know, some more than others, some worse than others, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all through the Lord's incredible mercy, you know, as the other brother was saying, that we're going to be delivered, you know. So Lord will, it was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.